Hello my dear students, welcome to my class. My name is Keshav Murthy, newly joined as a lecturer in chemistry to the PACE PU College. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic, that is aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. In the last chapter we have discussed about the one functional group where carbon atom is connected to oxygen through single bond. That includes alcohols. In alcohols, the carbon is connected to oxygen through single bond. Phenols, in which carbon atom is connected to oxygen through single bond. Ethers, in which carbon atom is connected to oxygen through single bond. Okay? So, this is alcohol, this is phenol and this is ether. Today we will discuss another very important functional group in which carbon atom is connected to oxygen through double bond. Okay? See here, carbon atom is connected to oxygen through double bond, and this functional group we can call it as carbonyl group. This functional group is called as carbonyl group. Okay. Next, we will discuss about the aldehydes. Aldehydes are represented by a general formula, that is RCHO, where R may be hydrogen, R may be hydrogen, R may be alkyl group, R may be aryl group, R may be arylkyl group. Okay? R may be hydrogen, or alkyl group, or aryl group, or arylkyl group. Now, some example for this. Example, if R is a hydrogen, then it becomes formaldehyde. If R is alkyl group, that is methyl group, then it is acetaldehyde. R is C6H5, then it is benzaldehyde. Suppose this aldehydic group is present as a substituent group on the parent chain whenever the principal functional group is present, then this group is also known as formyl group. This group is also known as formyl group. This group is called as formyl group. Okay? Next, we will move on to ketones. Ketones are represented by a general formula, that is RCO R dash, where R and R dash may be alkyl group, alkyl R, aryl R, it may be aryl group. Please remember, but not hydrogen. If any one becomes hydrogen, then this compound becomes aldehyde. Okay. Now, so we will see some of the example for this. Examples. CH3 CO CH3. Okay. So, this is nothing but the dimethyl ketone. Dimethyl ketone, or it is very popularly called acetone. C6H5CO CH3. This is nothing but the methyl phenyl ketone. Methyl phenyl ketone, or it is very popularly known as acetophenone. Acetophenone. Okay. So, this is about the ketones. Next, we will move on to types of ketones. Ketones are classified into two types. What are the two types of ketone? Number one, it is a simple ketone. What are these simple ketones? The simple ketones are the one in which on either side of the carbonyl functional group, the similar group is attached, and those type of ketones are known as simple ketones. For example, see, this is CH3 CO CH3. This is nothing but the dimethyl ketone. Dimethyl ketone. See, on either side of the carbonyl functional group, the two methyl group is attached. Therefore, it is a simple ketone. Or C6H5CO C6H5. So, this is nothing but the benzophenone. Benzophenone. Okay. So, because on either side of the functional group, phenyl group is attached, and that is why these are called as simple ketones. Next, the second one is mixed ketone. What are these mixed ketones? The mixed ketones are the one in which on either side of the functional group, the two different group is attached, and those type of ketones are known as mixed ketones. Okay. So, for example, if you observe CH3 CO CH2 CH3. Now, observe this. In this side, methyl group is present, in this side, ethyl group is present. So, this is nothing but the ethyl methyl ketone. Ethyl methyl ketone. Okay. So, this is example for a mixed ketone. Or C6H5CO CH3. Okay. So, this is nothing but the methyl phenyl ketone. methyl phenyl ketone. Okay. So, this side phenyl, this side methyl. Okay. So, that is why it is a methyl phenyl ketone. It is an example for mixed ketones. Okay. Let us move on to carboxylic acids. The carboxylic acids are represented by a general formula, that is RCOOH, where carbonyl group is connected to hydroxyl group, where R may be hydrogen, it may be hydrogen R, it may be alkyl group R, it may be aryl group, aryl R, it may be arylkyl group, it may be arylkyl group. Okay. So, for example, HCOOH. So, this is nothing but the formic acid. Formic acid, CH3COOH. This is nothing but the acetic acid. Acetic acid. Next, C6H5COOH. So, this is nothing but the benzoic acid. Benzoic acid. Okay. Now, so this functional group is called carboxylic functional group. Carboxylic functional group. Okay. Now, what happens if OH group is replaced by halogen, that is RCOX, and this compound is called acyl halide. Acyl halide. If OH group is replaced by OR, this is nothing but the ester. If OH group is replaced by OCOR, then this compound is called anhydride. Anhydride. If OH group is replaced by NH2 group, and this compound is called as amide. This compound is called as amide. Now, please remember, all these compounds together we can call it as functional derivative of carboxylic acid, or simply we can call it as derivative of carboxylic acid. Derivatives of carboxylic acids. Okay. So, functional derivative of carboxylic acid or derivatives of carboxylic acid. Students, here the question arises, why these are called as derivative of carboxylic acids? What is the reason behind this? Very simple reason, that is, whenever these compounds are subjected for hydrolysis, whenever these compounds are subjected for hydrolysis, that yields parent's carboxylic acid. Okay, so these compound on hydrolysis gives parent carboxylic acid. That's why these are called derivatives of carboxylic acid. If you observe closely, this acyl group, RCO group is called as acyl group. All are having same acyl group, same acyl group. So this is nothing but the acyl group. Acyl group. These are having same acyl group. That's why these are also known as acyl derivative. Acyl derivative. These are also known as acyl derivative. Okay. Now what we will do? First we will discuss about the aldehydes and ketones. Later we will move on to carboxylic acids. Okay students. Next we will move on to nomenclature. We know that there are two methods of naming. One is trivial system of naming. This is an unscientific method of naming. Another one is IUPAC system of naming. First we will discuss the nomenclature of aldehydes. In a trivial system, the name of the aliphatic aldehydes are derived from the common name of the corresponding carboxylic acid by replacing last IC acid with the word aldehyde. Okay. So please remember, the name is derived from the common name of the corresponding carboxylic acid by replacing last IC acid with the word aldehyde. Next, suppose any substituent groups are present on the selected parent chain, then these substituents are indicated by using Greek letter, that is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, etc. Which carbon atom is alpha? Which is beta? Which is gamma? Now we will discuss. This is aldehydic functional group, that is CHO. Very next carbon atom from the functional group. So this is functional group. Please remember students, this is functional group. We should not include this carbon atom. Okay. So this entire CHO group is a functional group. The next carbon atom from the functional group is called alpha. This is alpha. Next carbon atom is beta. What you will do, normal mistake is, you will call it as this carbon atom is alpha. Don't do like that. Okay. This is a functional group. Very next carbon atom from the functional group is alpha carbon atom. Next carbon atom is a beta, so on. Okay. So this is gamma, delta, like that. Okay. So alpha, beta, gamma are used to indicate the position of substituent group on the selected parent chain. Suppose in case of aromatic aldehyde, benzene ring containing CHO group, and this is known as benzaldehyde. In trivial system, it is called benzaldehyde. Okay, this is the simplest aromatic aldehyde. Other aromatic aldehydes are named as derivative of benzaldehyde. Other aromatic aldehydes are named as derivative of benzaldehyde. While naming that, we have to indicate the position. Now, with respect to this CHO group, suppose this is benzaldehyde. With respect to this CHO group, this position is called as ortho position. This position is called ortho position, and this position is called as meta position, and this position is called as para position. This is ortho, meta and para position. With respect to this, we will give the name in trivial system. Okay? In IUPAC system, the name of the aldehyde is derived from the name of the corresponding hydrocarbon by replacing last terminal E of the corresponding hydrocarbon with Al. Okay? So, last terminal E is replaced with Al. For example, if the corresponding hydrocarbon is alkane, the last E is replaced with Al, hence the name alkanol. If it is alkene, the last terminal E is replaced with Al, hence the name alkanol. Okay, if it is alkyne, the last E is replaced with Al, hence the name alkynol. Okay, so this is about the aliphatic aldehydes. Suppose if any substituent groups are present, the substituent groups are indicated by giving a suitable number. We have to give a suitable number to indicate the position of substituent group. Please remember, while numbering the selected parent chain, you should give the lowest possible number to the functional group, that is aldehydic functional group. From the aldehydic functional group, you have to start the number and give the number to the substituent group. Okay? So, this is about the aliphatic aldehyde. Then we will move on to aromatic aldehyde. Suppose the benzene ring containing CHO group, benzene ring containing CHO group, and this is known as benzene carbaldehyde. Benzene carbaldehyde. Okay, benzene carbaldehyde. Carbaldehyde is used as a suffix. Carbaldehyde is used as a suffix if the CHO group is attached to cyclic ring. Please remember, while naming as carbaldehyde, this carbon atom is not included along with the parent chain. Okay? So, this is benzene carbaldehyde. But because of popularity, sometimes what we will do, the even common name is also retained in the IUPAC system. Okay? So, common name is retained in the IUPAC system because of its popularity. Sometimes you know that your nickname is very popular. in your place. No one is knowing your exact name, but your nickname is very popular. That's why all are calling by that nickname. Like that, here also, this is C6H5CHO. It's a benzaldehyde. It's a common name. Even though it is a common name, it is retained in the IUPAC system. Therefore, it is also called it as benzaldehyde. It is also called it as benzaldehyde because of its popularity. Then, what about the other aldehydes? Other aldehydes are named as derivative of benzaldehyde or derivative of benzene carbaldehyde. While naming, we have to indicate the position of substituent group by giving a suitable number. Okay. Now, if you consider this is the compound, for example, this is benzaldehyde. Suppose substituent group is present here. So, this is position 1 and this is position 2. Okay. So, this CHO group where it is attached, it should be the priority number 1. That is why it is 1, 2. Suppose if it is present in this position, it is 1, 2, 3. Suppose if it is present at this position, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Either it is a second or third or fourth position. Okay. So, we will consider the nomenclature of some of the aldehydes by considering the following table. Okay. Let us discuss some of the nomenclature. The first one, the corresponding a carboxylic acid is formic acid. By replacing last IC acid with aldehyde, hence the name formaldehyde. Now, it contains one carbon atom. Therefore, corresponding hydrocarbon is methane. In that last E is replaced with Al, hence the name methanol. It is methanol. Now, the corresponding carboxylic acid is acetic acid. Corresponding carboxylic acid is acetic acid, hence it is acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. Two carbon atoms are present. Therefore, corresponding alkane is ethane. Last E is replaced with Al, hence the name ethanol. It is propionic acid. Therefore, it is propionaldehyde. Propionaldehyde. Okay. So, therefore, 3 carbon atom and propanol. IUPAC name is propanol. Now, observe this. This is the functional group. This is functional group. This carbon atom is alpha. Okay. Now, methyl group is attached to alpha carbon atom. But if you consider this group, entire group is called as iso. Okay. So, it is entire group is called as iso. Therefore, what is the name of this compound? It is iso butyraldehyde. It is isobutyraldehyde. Isobutyraldehyde. What is the IUPAC name? This is the first carbon atom and this is second and this is third. Therefore, on the second carbon atom, methyl group is present. Hence, it is 2-methyl 2-methyl propanol. It is a 2-methyl propanol. Now observe this. This is a functional group. This is alpha carbon atom. This is beta carbon atom. Bromine is attached to beta carbon atom. Therefore, what is the common name? Beta bromo. It is a beta bromo 1, 2, 3, 4. Beta bromo butyraldehyde. It is a beta bromo butyraldehyde. What is the IUPAC name? This is the position 1, 2, 3, 4. Third carbon atom bromine is present. Therefore, it is 3-bromo butanol. 3-bromo butanol. Next, come to this. This group is methoxy group, and this is a functional group, and this carbon atom is alpha. Therefore, this is alpha methoxy propionaldehyde. Alpha methoxy propionaldehyde. What is the IUPAC name? This is 1, 2, 3. Therefore, it is 2-methoxy propanol. 2-methoxy propanol. Come to the unsaturated aldehyde. Please remember CH2 double bond CH CHO. This compound is commonly called acrolein. It is called acrolein. Now, 1, 2, 3. Therefore, it is prop 2-ene 1-ol or all. So, prop 2-ene-ol. Please remember, here is very important is this functional group ends with the suffix al. Correct? A is a oval. A is a oval. Therefore, the last terminal E of the corresponding hydrocarbon should be replaced with Al. Okay? Last E is replaced with Al. Here, prop 2-ene-ol. Now, come to this. This is called crotonaldehyde. Crotonaldehyde. Okay? So, what is the IUPAC name? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is but 2-ene-ol. But 2-ene-ol. Next, come to this. This is a aromatic unsaturated aldehyde. It is popularly called as cinnamaldehyde. It is popularly known as cinnamaldehyde. What is the IUPAC name? See, 1, 2, 3. Therefore, it is 3-phenyl prop. 3-phenyl prop 2-ene-ol. 3-phenyl prop 2-ene-ol. Okay? Now, suppose CHO group is attached to cyclic ring, then we have to use a special suffix, that is carbaldehyde. Okay? Special suffix carbaldehyde. When it is named as carbaldehyde, please remember this carbon atom is not included in the parent chain. Okay? And also, the carbaldehyde is starts with the letter C. It is not a vowel. It is a consonant. Therefore, the last terminal E of corresponding hydrocarbon should be retained. Okay, this is very important. Please note that. Okay, last terminal E of corresponding hydrocarbon should be retained while naming this compound. Now, what is the name of this compound? This is nothing but the cyclohexane carbaldehyde. It is cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Please remember, it is not a cyclohexane carbaldehyde, it is a cyclohexane carbaldehyde. The last E is retained. Okay. So, in the IUPAC system also, it is a cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Okay. Now, what is the name of this compound? This is functional group. Very next carbon atom from the functional group is alpha, this is beta, this is gamma. Therefore, it is nothing but the gamma methyl. CH3 group is methyl, gamma methyl cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Gamma methyl cyclohexane carbaldehyde. What is the IUPAC name? This is position number 1, this is 2, this is 3. Therefore, it is 3-methyl. 3-methyl cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Cyclohexane carbaldehyde. 3-methyl cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Next, come to this. This is nothing but the benzaldehyde. Common name is benzaldehyde. What is the IUPAC name? IUPAC name is benzene carbaldehyde. Or because of its popularity, it is also called benzaldehyde. Suppose, what is the IUPAC name of this compound? If it is asked, either you can write benzene carbaldehyde or you can write benzaldehyde. Next, come to this. Observe this. This position is ortho. This is meta. Therefore, it is meta-bromo benzaldehyde. Meta-bromo benzaldehyde. Next, IUPAC name. This is 1, position 1, 2, this is 3. Therefore, it is a 3-bromo benzene, 3-bromo benzene carbaldehyde. Or simply it is called as 3-bromo benzaldehyde. Okay. Next, suppose the 2-CHO group is attached to the benzene ring. Okay. So, it is nothing but the phthalaldehyde. And what is the IUPAC name? IUPAC name is benzene 1,2 diol. Benzene 1,2 diol is the IUPAC name of this compound. Okay. Suppose the 2-CHO group is present, then what you have to do. For example, see, this is the one compound CHO, CH2, 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 CHO. Okay. Now, this is the parent chain, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pent is the root word. Okay, pent is the root word. Therefore, what is the name? Pentane. Pentane 1, 5 diol. Okay, pentane 1, 5 diol. Suppose more than 2 CHO group is present in a single compound. For example, say CHO, CH2, CH, CHO, CH2, CHO. This is the compound. It contains 1, 2, 3. Then we have to name it as carbaldehyde. When it is named as carbaldehyde, please remember we should not include this carbon atom to the parent chain. Okay. Now, what is the parent chain? Parent chain is this one. It contains 3 carbon atoms. Therefore, it is 1, 2, 3. Hence, propane. See how I am writing? It is a propane. Last E is retained. Propane 1, 2, 3. Try carbaldehyde. Tricarbaldehyde. Okay. So, in this way, the naming of aldehyde in IUPAC system as well as in trivial system. Okay. Next, let us move on to the nomenclature of ketones. In a trivial system, the ketones are named by naming the alkyl or aryl group attached to the carbonyl group, followed by the addition of the word ketone. While naming like this, the alkyl or aryl group attached to the carbonyl group is arranged in the alphabetical order. Suppose any substituent group present on the selected parent chain. In order to indicate the position of substituent group, we will use a Greek letter, that is alpha, alpha dash, beta, beta dash, like that, etc. Okay. Why it is alpha, alpha dash? In earlier case, we have used alpha, beta, gamma, delta, like that. But in this case, we are using alpha, alpha dash, beta, beta dash. What is the reason behind this? The reason is very simple. See, this is carbonyl group. Okay, carbonyl group. The carbonyl group, on either side, the carbon atom is present. This is the functional group. This is functional group. The next carbon atom from the functional group is alpha. What about this carbon atom? This is also alpha. If it is next carbon atom from this, it is beta. The next carbon atom from this is also beta. Suppose the substituent group present on this and on this, then alpha, alpha dash, which group is present? The name is indicated. Okay. So, that is why alpha, alpha dash, beta, beta dash is used to indicate the position of substituent group. Next, in case of aromatic ketones also, we will arrange the name in alphabetical order. What about in the IUPAC system? In IUPAC system, the name is derived from corresponding hydrocarbon, in which the last E of corresponding hydrocarbon is replaced by ONE. Okay? For example, the corresponding hydrocarbon is alkane. The last E of hydrocarbon is replaced by ONE. Hence the name alkanone. If it is alkene, the last E is replaced by ONE. Hence the name alkenone. Like that. What happens if the substituent groups are present? If the substituent groups are present on the selected parent chain, in order to indicate the substituent group, we will use a suitable number. Okay? So, we will give the suitable number to indicate the position of substituent group. Next, if you observe the aromatic ketone, the carbonyl group, if it is directly attached to the benzene ring, this is carbonyl group, it is directly attached to the benzene ring, we will use a common name, that is phenones. Okay, phenone. So, if the carbonyl group is directly attached to the benzene ring, these are commonly called phenones, like acetophenone, benzophenone, like that. Okay. So, this is about the IUPAC and trivial naming of ketones. Now, let us discuss the some of the nomenclature of ketone by considering the following table. Okay. Now, what is the name of this compound? On either side methyl group is present, therefore, it is dimethyl ketone. Dimethyl ketone, okay, or it is popularly called acetone. Dimethyl ketone. What is IUPAC name? It is nothing but the propanone. Why it is propanone? Because 3 carbon atom, corresponding hydrocarbon is propane, last terminal E is replaced with ONE, hence the name propanone. Next, what about this? This is ethyl, this is methyl, therefore, it is ethyl methyl ketone. Ethyl methyl ketone. Okay. So, why it is ethyl methyl ketone? Why not it is a methyl ethyl ketone? Because you have to follow alphabetical order. E comes first, M comes later. Therefore, it should be ethyl methyl ketone. What is IUPAC name? The IUPAC name is butanone. Okay, it is butanone. Why it is butanone? Because it contains 4 carbon atom. Okay, corresponding hydrocarbon is butane, last E is replaced with ONE. Next, come to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 carbon atom. This side methyl group, this side propyl group, that is N propyl. So, therefore, it is methyl N propyl ketone. Methyl N propyl ketone. IUPAC name, It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The IUPAC name is pentan 2O. Pentan 2O. Why I am using the number 2 here? Because from this compound onwards, isomer is possible. For these two compound, isomer is not possible. That's why need not necessary to indicate the position. But from this compound onwards, the isomer is possible. Hence, we have to indicate the position of functional group. That is pentan 2O. Come to this. On either side, ethyl group is present. That's why it is diethyl keto. It is a diethyl keto. What is IUPAC name? IUPAC name is pentan 3O. See, what is the difference? The difference between these two compound is only the position of functional group. That is a second and third. Okay. So, that is why the position is very important. Next, this is isopropyl group. This is also isopropyl group. What is the name? Di-isopropyl ketone. Di-isopropyl ketone. Di-isopropyl ketone, and the name, IUPAC name is, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, therefore, it is 2, 4. 2, 4 dimethyl. 2, 4 dimethyl pentan 3O. Pentan 3O. Next, come to this. Okay. Students, we will do one mistake here. This is the functional group. The next carbon atom is this one. This is not the alpha. This carbon atom is alpha and this is beta. Okay. So, therefore, what is the name? It is nothing but the beta methyl. It is a beta methyl cyclopentanone. Cyclopentanone. Beta methyl cyclopentanone. Okay. Next, what is IUPAC name? The IUPAC name is, this is the first carbon atom, second and third. Therefore, it is 3-methyl. 3-methyl cyclopentanone. Next, come to this. This compound, this carbon atom is functional group, that is a CO group. The next carbon atom, it is alpha. Therefore, alpha methyl cyclohexanone. Okay, alpha methyl cyclohexanone. Okay, next, come to this IUPAC name. It is 2-methyl cyclohexanone. 2-methyl cyclohexanone. The IUPAC name. The IUPAC name is phenyl or 1-phenyl. We can write it as, it is a 1-phenyl. 1-phenyl ethanone. 1 phenyl ethanol. Next come to this. This is ethyl group, this is phenyl group. Therefore, it is ethyl phenyl ketone. Ethyl phenyl ketone. What is IUPAC name? Okay, it is 1, 2, 3. Therefore, it is 1 phenyl propan 1-one. 1 phenyl propan 1-one, because isomer is possible here. That's why you have to indicate the position, that is 1 pentane 2, 4 di-O. Okay, so this is about the nomenclature of some of the ketones in a trivial system as well as IUPAC system. Please remember students, the nomenclature is not over. Whenever you will write the chemical reaction, the name of the reactant as well as product you have to write. Then only we can learn the organic chemistry. Okay students, today I will stop it here. In the next class, we will study the structure of carbonyl functional group and the general methods of preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Okay.